Hey guys, it's Tony with Wood Tramp Outdoors. Several emails, especially since SHOT Show just ended, asking me if we had seen any of the smaller knives from ESEE lately. Hang tight, got a couple of them for you right here. Alright guys, welcome back. Yeah, SHOT Show just ended, and I know a lot of you went to the ESEE booth and couldn't get either the Xancudo or the Pacaya, and want to know if we had seen those, and we've got both of them here. Just want to kind of compare some stuff though. I mean, this is the Zulu 2. That has been out for quite some time, you know. Very diminutive knife. I got some specs on these that I wanted to share with you. On the Zulu, that's 6.75 inches overall with a 2.63 inch blade. You know, questions was, you know, could this serve as a neck knife? And I would say yes. You know, it's small enough for that. And I know a lot of people that do that, and they're very, very satisfied. The second one was the Xancudo. All right, now this is a 7.5 inch overall blade, with a blade length of 3.0, and it is S35VN with 3D G10 scales. It's a nice little knife, good secondary knife. It's going to be a little rust resistant. If that looks like it's kind of got grease on it, what that is, that's bush butter that we put on there, and I'll tell you why that's on there. A lot of people were talking about having trouble with the sheath, especially with the Paya, and you know, our answer to that, you know, number one, anything that comes from ESEE is going to come into a really tight sheath. That's the way they come, and they're designed that you hold them with, you know, 4 fingers on one hand, and you use your thumb to push it out with the other one, right? When you deploy that knife. And you can see every time I pull it out, it's got something on that. That is this product right here, bush butter. You know, what we've sold for years. We sold it for years in the burlap bag, or the linen bag, that's what this is, in little pads. And we have wanted to make it easier, more accessible, more compatible for a lot of people's carry, so we put it in tins. And what we did is we took some of the bush butter, and we do this with all Kydex sheaths that are just really tight. We melt it a little bit, and we just, I don't know if you can see down inside there, it looks kind of white in there. We melt it down there and let it dry, and then start working the knife back and forth, and it ends that story right away. Now, the other knife that you asked about was the Pacaya. The Pacaya is a little bit harder to find right now, but I just talked to ESEE today, and there's going to be plenty of these made available, both that and the Xancudo. Now this is a 7.25 inch blade overall, with a 3 inch blade, just like the Xancudo. Same steel, CPM 3V, or no, that's not the same steel. It's a different steel, CPM 3V with micarta scales, and same way, 4 fingers, you use your thumb, pull it out this way, just like that, very simple. And again, you know, we melted bush butter and put it down in there, and every time you put your knife in and out, although this is going to be rust resistant anyway, it really becomes that when you put this bush butter on there, right? So those are the two you asked about, and what do we think about these? Well, I think as far as a secondary knife is concerned, they serve very well. As a neck knife, I was asked about being a neck knife. The answer is not for me. They're just too big for that, you know, but to each is his own, you know, whatever you want to do. You know, to me, again, when you compare these three, you can see how much smaller the Zulu 2 is. And you can make it even smaller than that, the profile, if you take these scales off and just put a paracord wrap on it. But yeah, this would make a decent neck knife. And again, I'm just not feeling it on these right here. You know, they're a little bit too big to be a neck knife as far as I'm concerned. But they are handy knives, man. They come super sharp out of the box. And again, you can't beat what you get from ESEE. You know, they are a lifetime knife, and that guarantee or that warranty follows them for the life of the knife, not for your life or your son's or your grandson or Billy Bob down the street 20 years from now. It follows the knife, and they'll replace it or they'll repair it at their discretion, you know. And I'll be honest with you, we have never had to send a knife back. I've never known anyone personally that's ever had to send one of their knives back. They're solid, man. I do know someone that had to send back a sheath, and in my opinion, it was because they simply did not know how to use the sheath. And again, you know, I mean, they send them out tight, because the more that you deploy that and put it back in, that Kydex is going to give a little bit. And if you want a little more guarantee that it's never going to be hard to get out of the sheath, then you can take your little beeswax if you want to and melt it. Let it run down in there, and not only does it make it easier to get the knife in and out, but it also protects your blade. And it doesn't matter if it is a rust resistant steel or not, you know, having something in there to protect that blade is good in it, and it won't come out. They will not shake out no matter what you do, even with that bush butter in there. So there you go, 3 knives from ESEE, great company, very reasonable in price. Let me give you the prices on these. The Paya is $189, and that's a suggested retail. You can see them a little bit cheaper elsewhere. The Xancudo is $186, and the Zulu is $130. And again, those are suggested retail prices. So thanks a lot for watching and for asking the questions on these. We've got a ton of knives that's coming out, so keep an eye out. So until next time, you guys be safe out there no matter what you're doing.